So I almost ran out of gas here, guys. I wasn't paying attention because I was on the phone with a friend, and I luckily just happened to be almost passing an exit. I was on fuel light and the gauge is under the last line, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but I luckily managed to get gas. There are times though out here where there's like 30 miles without gas. Anyway, I'm at this super cute little gas station. There's one pump in Alguilar. Anyway, yeah, that's what it says over here at the Mercantile store. It's the only gas station. Anyways, I put in 40 bucks of gas and that was 10.8 gallons and my car is still not fully full, so I know just how low I was on gas. Usually anything over 10 gallons for me to put in is a ton. You can pretty much get anything at this little Mercantile store, from shampoo to Band-Aids to ice cream to earrings. I also impulsively bought these ear cuffs in the store. I had to go in because it wouldn't take my card for some reason out here. So these are kind of fun. They were $2.99, so I figured for that, I can't even get a coffee half the time. Just had a few bites of food and I'm gonna get back on the road. So we are heading currently to Raton, New Mexico to see the You Are Beautiful art installation that they have there. Anyways, so my own personal experience with these stickers is I vaguely had remembered them from high school because I had a friend back then that would put them in different places. Then in 2020, during a very dark time, a different friend happened to send me a bunch of these in the mail. On that same day, I went for a run and saw somebody had written on the sidewalk, "Everything's gonna be okay." And it meant so much to me at the time that somebody had taken the time to write that there, even though, I knew it wouldn't even take that much time to write. But it still just touched me in such a special way. And that's kind of when I realized, oh my gosh, I could start putting up these stickers in places to kind of send the same message. So since then, I've carried these stickers with me everywhere, and I've put up over 250 of them in 12 different states, I think now. I also give them out to people randomly and to friends and leave them for servers at restaurants. I actually even made a whole separate Instagram account for this sticker project, which is super special to me because now one sticker can remind people of that message in 2 different places. So first, people get reminded of that message when they see those stickers in person. Second, the people who see the picture of the sticker online get to read that message. I've thought a lot about why these stickers mean so much to me, and I guess this is what I could come up with. So, when somebody reads the message, "You are beautiful," they can't help but smile. It kind of feels like the 3-word equivalent of giving somebody a hug, in my opinion. See, in order for that sticker to be somewhere in the first place, it means that somebody had to intentionally put it there. They had to intentionally carry these stickers with them, and then they had to intentionally place them in the location where you're seeing it now. There's a lot of intention behind that gesture, and that alone, I think, has such tremendous meaning. There's some people out there who are probably like, how much impact could that one little sticker make? And all I can really say to that is that I know that when I've been at the lowest moments of my life, it's appreciating the small things and the small random acts of kindness that happen to me throughout the day that get me through. So when people say, how much impact could a sticker really make? I would remind them of how, even small pebbles can create a huge ripple effect on the lake. So when I put a sticker somewhere, I feel like I'm sending a message into the universe saying, you're not alone, I see you, I believe in you, I care about you, I see how hard you're trying, and I care about you anyways. I feel like when you're struggling, you're also more likely to notice the little things like a sticker like this. So in a way, I feel like I'm speaking directly to the people who need to hear it most. And if nothing else, it's not very much effort for me to have some stickers in the back of my phone case and put them up in places. And if it has the potential to have a huge ripple effect, it's so worth it to keep throwing these little pebbles out into the universe. Anyways, I've never seen one of their big art installations in person. I will link in the description box down below where you can see a map of their installations so you can see if there's any near you. I will also link a link below for if you want to shop their website at all. Also, I'm kind of wondering now, wait, how do they actually set these big murals up? I kind of wonder how little tiny Raton, New Mexico got one of these with a population of 6,000 people. So I am stopping right here in Raton Pass, which forms the border of New Mexico and Colorado, which is also named the same way as the town that we're going to be coming up on in a moment. I just thought this is a really cool border crossing here, so of course, you know I had to leave a sticker. So I found one of the "You Are Beautiful" signs, and I'm just having a little picnic, food, while I sit here. Okay, so stopping here just made me have more questions, because what is the thing that the sign is on the side of? It kind of looks like the entrance to a subway, but there's no way Raton, New Mexico has a subway, or did. Is it an entrance to some kind of a mine, or maybe like an underground railroad stop? I think I'm gonna have to go on a Google adventure after this adventure to learn about the history of Raton, which I did end up doing. So this area was inhabited by the Ute tribe in the mountains, and then the surrounding plains by Apache, Comanche, and Kiowa before any European settlers ever came to this area. The Spanish then established Raton as a stop on the mountain branch of the historic Santa Fe Trail, which was used as a trade route established by Spanish explorers in the 1700s. The original trail sort of became replaced by railroad through this mountain pass in the 1800s. This route was also used in both the Mexican-American War and the Civil War for an army from the north to reach New Mexico. The Civil War battle ended in the Battle of Glorieta Pass, if you've ever heard of that one. Raton in the late 1880s actually had the nickname Pittsburgh of the West because of its many railroads and its coal mining industry. So I was right about the railroads and the mining in this town. Coal mining continued in this area until the 1960s. After World War II, the La Mesa racetrack, which was actually for horses, was built here and led to several decades of tourism until it closed in 1992. Since then, and in combination with the decline in mining, the whole town has kind of been on a decline, and that's kind of what I feel like we see now, because there was a lot of empty buildings in that downtown area. The word Raton translates to mouse, actually, in Spanish. The Spanish claimed that the nearby mountains were infested with rodents, some of which were carrying the bubonic plague, and that's how Raton got its name. Nice. As another fun fact, Raton, New Mexico was actually the location of New Mexico's first ever public school, which I thought was really interesting and unexpected. So I'm guessing the thing that we saw was actually some sort of railroad-related underground stairs, based on the fact that we saw it near train tracks that are still operating today. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little stop in history on Raton. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Raton, New Mexico, and if yes, what did you do there? Anyways, as you can see, I'm now driving into golden hour. The lighting is beautiful, a bit annoying for driving, not gonna lie, but the sunset was so simply stunning. I had to stop on the side of the road just to take a few pictures. It's now getting dark, and I'm still about an hour out from my house sit. Basically, what's about to happen is that I'm going to have one night of overlap with the homeowners before they leave for a month in Europe tomorrow. I've FaceTimed with them, but I've never met them face-to-face in person. People always ask me if it's weird to go into other people's houses like this, but at this point, I've done it so often, honestly, that it doesn't really faze me anymore. It's almost like I've gotten so used to being outside my comfort zone that being in uncomfortable situations has now become comfortable. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm getting kind of tired here. I guess what I'm trying to say is just proof that you can really get used to almost anything if you do it long enough or often enough. Anyways, I'm now 55 minutes out. I think I'm gonna roll down the windows to get some fresh air in and blast some music to keep myself awake here. So it's the next morning right now, and I'm here with a new friend. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. And basically last night I arrived in the dark and I had dinner with essentially strangers, which was always an interesting experience. And then I kind of showered, got ready for bed, and that was it. I felt weird like vlogging or filming or talking to myself basically and narrating what's going on in somebody else's house while they were still here. So I decided to wait until they left this morning in order to do that. I'm just having some coffee and looking out at the view. There's really cool floor-to-ceiling windows in this house, and I'm loving looking at a beautiful sunny day here in New Mexico while I bond with this new little girlfriend of mine. I do have to do some computer work this morning, but then I think I'm gonna redo my eyelashes. I think I'm gonna have a little bit of breakfast while I do that. I also really want to settle in, so I'm kind of like juggling a couple different things here today. Oh, and later on this afternoon, I have tickets to go see an indigenous fashion show. So some of these pieces have been shown in the Met and other museums, as well as a collection in the IAIA Museum in Santa Fe. So I'm kind of excited to see that. I really have no idea what to expect. I figure it will be a kind of a good reward at the end of the day. Also, it's my birthday, so it's kind of fun for me to be doing something like that on my birthday when I'm going to be spending most of the day alone.